but I thought that rather than keeping you late, I can be able to discuss some of the substance of this particular affidavit that I've sworn, and also to be able to field any questions that you may have. My attention has been drawn to some adverse mention in the affidavit of Chairman Chebukati and Professor Gulie with respect to the proceedings which took place at Bomas of Kenya, and therefore I'm drawn into the Supreme Court case which is ongoing. I'd like to start by admitting that I was at Bomas of Kenya several times, and the meeting which they say took place at 3 o'clock, I'd like to correct them a little bit. They are suffering from a bit of selective amnesia. It was at 4 a.m. Okay? And I did try on several occasions to get audience with the commissioners and get audience specifically with Commissioner Chebukati after it became apparent that Professor Gulie was not able to address the issues that I'd brought up with him. The issue I'd brought up with him was that I'd received intelligence from one of the IEBC officials who complained that some Form 34A were being brought down and they were being replaced by other Form 34A. He was not able to know exactly the location from which this was happening, but he brought it to me once, first time, and I reported this to the DCI, who dispatched officers to have an interview with this person. This gentleman was so terrified, and he actually mentioned the case that he had been threatened by Mr. Marjan when he brought it up with him, that he should not play with him, he'll know who Mr. Marjan is. Coming from the memory of Musandu, I've never seen a more scared young man. He did take it up with one of his seniors, and the seniors, to corroborate the story, also told me, yes, he had received, the senior had received the report, and there was absolutely nothing they could do unless I talk with the chairman himself. I tried several times to access the chairman, and actually a day passed, and the following morning when I came and I insisted I was going to see him, he had issued instructions to a senior police officer by the name Samuel Arap Kimeu, who actually physically blocked me from trying to get into IEBC proceedings at Bomas of Kenya that day. I happened to have known the back door, and I used a little bit of my public relations with the officers at the back, and I managed to get in. Then, again, the officers